Welcome to the high desert of central New Mexico for the 2017 BUTCH'S NMLRS, presented by BUTCH'S Guns. We're here in Logan, New Mexico at premier shooting destination Blue Steel Ranch for the 7th match of the National Rifle League's inaugural season. Match Director Wes Rolan and his team have designed a hike and shoot match consisting of 20 courses of fire and 100% field shooting positions in natural terrain. Target identification will be the name of the game, as competitors' ability to locate targets will be key to their success in the match. Competitors are given no matchbooks or stage descriptions for this match and will only be provided a map of the target layout and distances for each target before each stage. This is the last match for competitors to qualify for the NRL Championships. You're watching Day 1 of BUTCH'S NMLRS.
Guys, we are here at the 2017 New Mexico Long Range Rifle Challenge, and I'm here with Mr. Jimmy Holder. Jimmy, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Very good. So, tell us, how was your first stage?
First stage was fun. I mean, it was just more steel safari type stuff, but it's more NRL stuff, which is good. I like the time. The time constraints were tight.
Yes.
I mean, you got 12 hits available here, and I only got 3, so this is going to be a tough match.
You got 3, but you actually could have engaged 4. You actually called one target wrong.
Right.
Correct?
I shot the wrong target. Arrow told me the wrong target. I panned left, found the target I had dope for. That one I missed, that he called wrong, I just was low because it was further out. So.
Gotcha. So you're actually one of the few competitors that are out here shooting an AR platform. With these tight time constraints and you having to do a lot of field observation, things of that nature, do you think that shooting the AR platform is an advantage in this type of situation?
In this game, yes. With this many engagements here, with the time constraints here, I think it's an advantage. But I mean, there's going to be some bolt gun drivers that can just do it just as fast and clean them off. So I'm just here to have a good time. Shoot a fun NRL match in Logan, New Mexico, man. I love this place, so this is awesome.
This is like your second home.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. I'm glad that you're able to finally make it out to an NRL match.
Well, thanks for having me, Travis. I'm already having a great time.
And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at the Competition Dynamics Team Safari.
You bet.
It'll be a badass time.
We'll be here.
Awesome, brother.
Thanks, Travis.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Hey guys, we are here with Mr. Austin Orgain. Austin, how are you today, sir?
Doing good.
Terrific. How's the match treating you?
It's good. Felt pretty solid on both games.
Awesome. So you just finished a stage here where you had to shoot from 3 different positions, 3 different targets. The second position is very unstable.
Yeah, it is. If I would have, if I had took a tripod or something down there or a bag and put on top of it, that was my only miss on that stage, and just because it was a little bit wobbly.
Absolutely, makes sense. How are you approaching the stage? This isn't your typical NRL type stage where you have barricades and set positions. I mean, from here, you can shoot from any position with any gear that you want on a majority of these stages as long as you can reach that blue marker. So what is your strategy going into these type of stages?
So basically, whenever I walk up, I'm going to look at what positions I have out here and try to decide right then what I'm going to use, what gear I need right there, so I don't have to carry it all the way through. This one was fairly easy because I knew I was going to be able to go prone on the first one. I knew I'd need a big bag for that other one. Regrettably, I didn't take a tripod or something, but And then the other one, I kind of could tell I could probably go prone or some kind of modified prone on it. So I didn't need a lot of gear on this, but I try to look, which you don't have a lot of time, so you try to quickly decide what you need right there. Get a rough game plan. And then you have a little bit of time on the clock to where you can something's not right, you can change your position up a little bit and try to get a good stable position to make good shots.
Perfect. Now, one of the other big challenges of this type of field course is spotting or observing your targets, right? Because you're told at your staging what you can't, or what the targets are, the distances, but not where they're at.
Right.
So what kind of pointers would you give everybody out there on identifying targets?
So, you know, kind of like Curtis said at the beginning, you need to look for vertical lines, so for target frames and stuff like that. This stage is a little easier because your first target is not very well hidden. The first stage we shot, the targets were hidden pretty well. Find them with the binoculars and get a really good landmark of where they're at, because I actually struggled with that. I found them with my binoculars when I got on my rifle, couldn't find that landmark very well. I got through it, but you need to really have a good point reference on where the targets are, so when you get on the rifle, you can find that.
Awesome. Some great advice. You're going into this match tied for first place in the NRL with Jake Vibber.
Right.
Does that have any effect on your game, or are you just here having fun?
I'm just here having fun, man. I'm competitive, I like to win, but it's all about having fun. Not having fun, why do it?
This is very true. This is very true.
But I am out to get Jake. So.
you got to be.
Oh, yeah.
There's that little piece inside of you that's saying you got to be right there, right?
That's right.
So both of you are tied. There's actually another gentleman here, Philip Vallejo, who's also took first place in the NRL match.
Right.
If he pulls out a first place win here this weekend, you're going to be going into the championship with a three-way tie for first. So it's going to be very exciting.
Oh, yeah. I like the pressure. I like it. I hope there's several of us good shooters up there shooting right there neck and neck. It comes down to the last. That makes it fun. Pressure.
That sounds great, man. I know you have a couple more stages that you have to prep for here right now. I appreciate your time. I'm sure we'll catch up with you this afternoon, and hopefully do some more magic.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
In New Mexico with Mr. Jake Vibber. Jake, how are you today, sir?
Oh, doing good.
Awesome. How's the match going for you?
I tell you what, this is a different kind of match. This is a lots of fun. It's challenging. You have to find your targets. You have to do it all on the clock. It's definitely a different challenge than I'm used to, and I'm having a great time.
Awesome. Now, this is a field match, so you have 3 minutes. You're told what your targets are distance-wise. But you have to actually find those targets. Different people have different strategies on locating their targets and finding them. What is your strategy?
So no matter what we're doing it on the clock. All of our stages are blind. So I try to just get a good visual of where those targets are at after I find them and make sure my ranges are correct. And as soon as I do that, I just lay down behind the gun and focus on those, those landmarks, those targets, and try to put a good shot on them. It's different here because before you go up, you don't know what direction you're shooting.
Right.
It could be left, could be right, it could be any direction because everything's blind.
Correct.
So when you go up, you got to have some way to kind of figure the wind out as well. It's challenging for sure.
Well, New Mexico is never easy.
Yep.
Everything out in this desert is designed to hurt
right.
you or kill you, right?
Yep, that's right.
So this is also a very interesting match because it's the last match of the NRL before
Yep.
the championships. And right now you are head-to-head with Austin Orgain.
That's right.
Going into the championship. Does that have any effect on how you are going into this match today?
It really doesn't for me because I have max points of 200. So I'm guaranteed a number 1 ranking going into the championship. So this match is just a learning experience for me. Getting some rounds down range and getting prepped. I have a few more matches this season, so I'm just gonna come out here, have a good time, have fun, and
there you go.
And may the best man win.
There you go. Sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I know you have to get up top of that
Appreciate
little
it.
hill right there,
Yep.
so I don't want to delay
Lots
you
of
any longer.
hiking, so we're gonna have to get in shape.
All right, it's good exercise.
Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you, brother. We are out here in New Mexico, and I am with Matt from HOWA. Matt, how are you, sir?
Good, man. How you doing?
Very good. So, tell us about your rifle, what you're shooting. Give us a little bit of a rundown.
So I am actually shooting a custom HOWA. It's based on a HOWA 1500 short action and 6.5 Creedmoor. This one's made it up to a Krieger 26-inch M24 contour. One of our gunsmiths built this for me there at the HOWA USA. It's not really available for sale, but I had the ability to do it, so.
Awesome. Now, how is just now getting into the precision rifle market, right? As far as you guys have a long history of making precision rifles, most commonly known to most people for hunting.
Right.
But you're really pushing for this year, 2018, and moving forward into more of the precision sports.
Right, and we've got we started off a year ago making chassis rifles and stuff and offering those up. Lots of switching to AI mags is a big step for us. So really catering to this genre of shooting, and then really diving in head first on it.
Awesome. Now this is also your second NRL match, correct?
Right, I did the Washington match.
Perfect. How are you liking this match?
I love it. When I can find the targets, it's awesome.
I sense a little bit of sarcasm here. This is definitely a tough match.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough.
What is your game plan going into this match? You shot a couple of stages already. Are you going in with the same plan? Are you kind of being fluid? What's your mindset?
Get the rifle pointed in that direction. Try to find a couple targets and engage those, and not worry about shooting every position.
There you go. Time-wise, how's time treating you?
3 minutes goes by super fast, especially if it takes you about a minute to find a couple targets. It sucks it up quite fast.
It does. It does. A lot of people, we're watching a lot of the shooters, they're timing out. There's a couple of guys that are doing better than the time. But it's definitely one of the biggest factors here. A lot of the matches we worry about wind, weather conditions. Weather conditions out here right now seem to be pretty decent, a little bit on the cooler side. No real wind, little gusts here and there. Besides acquiring the targets, what other objections or whatever obstacles rather are you finding that you have to overcome?
Spot and splash. If I have to make some corrections, it's real tough because I find myself in some pretty awkward positions. So just managing recoil and just trying to pick up some splash and correct if I have to. Get another round on.
Awesome. And what would you tell anybody who's watching this about this type of field match?
Go out and practice it. Don't just lay on your belly at a range or on your property. Go out and practice off rocks. Use a tripod. Work awkward positions. Pick a spot and work it.
Awesome. Great advice. I really appreciate your time, Matt.
Thanks, Travis.
Good luck. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey guys, what's up? We are out here in New Mexico. I'm here with my friend Philip. Philip, how are you today, sir?
Good, Travis. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. So, tell us, how has the match been for you so far?
The match is a blast. It's definitely something new. Different part times, obviously, being able to have to locate the targets on your own. So you have pretty much a kind of layout of where the targets may or may not be. And you have the ranges, so it's up to you on the clock to be able to locate the target and shoot them in the specific order. But it's a blast. So, 3 minutes seems like a lot of time, but once you get up there, it's definitely...
It goes by quick.
It's definitely not enough time.
So we've talked to a few different people, and they've had different strategies on how to identify their targets. What system do you use? I mean, are you using your binoculars? Are you looking just through a scope? I mean, how are you identifying targets fast in order to be able to engage?
So far, my technique right now is using binos first, directly above my line of bore. So I'll set my rifle up, use my binos directly above my line of bore, and then I'll scan from right to left. That's how usually the target layout has been. And then, once I find target reference points with my binos, I'll try to look above it to be able to see if I can look with it naked eye. And then from there, I'll jump on glass on my gun, making sure it backed off on the power, and reacquire those target reference points. And then my target should be pretty much within that same field of view.
Awesome. Okay. Now, with your military background and your training and so forth, does this type of stage, this build stage or this field matches, does this suit you more as far as to what you're comfortable doing for your 9 to 5, or is it just completely new, completely different?
No, absolutely. I think this definitely suits the kind of environment that I would find myself in theater, and I would teach my Marines You know, because most of the time you're going to have a target opportunity that you don't know the range to. You may have a range card already sketched out, but you know, target opportunity might pop up, you know, in sector, you know, the right lateral limit or your left lateral limit. So being able to, you know, quickly on the fly identify the target, locate it, figure out the wind, figure out the position that you want to shoot in, especially if it's kind of like, you know, obviously not all shots you're going to be taking from the front.
Right.
So being able to do that quickly, I think this is something that we train for, absolutely.
Terrific. Now, gear-wise, okay, obviously you have your rifle, but it's a field match, so I think minus a couple of stages, it's anything goes. What type of gear are you using out here?
So, believe it or not, I'm actually using a pump pillow. I didn't think I would ever use it. My day pack's a little too big because of all the stuff that I'm carrying, but that pump pillow helps fill a lot of the small void I need to really stabilize my position.
Okay.
Especially, you know, some shots require your rifle to be a lot elevated, and that a rear bag can't be able to get to your rear buttstock. So using that pump pillow is definitely has been an advantage so far.
Terrific. Tripod?
No tripod yet.
No tripod.
No.
Did you bring one out?
I did bring one out. Yep.
Okay.
I'm lugging it around with me. It's weight, but you know, I'd
But you never know.
rather have it and then not need it, or need it and not have it.
There you go. And binos, what binos are you using?
So right now I'm using the 10x42 Swarovski ELRs, which is awesome because, you know, once I figure out what that first target is, I'm able to laze it just to identify or just kind of reconfirm that it is that first target or the second target, so that I'm not bouncing around two different targets.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I know you have a couple more stages here today. We look forward to watching you shoot some more, and see you at dinner tonight.
Yep.
Brother.
Thanks, Travis. Appreciate it.
This concludes day one of BUTCH'S NMLRS presented by BUTCH'S Guns. The target identification and hike and shoot style provided to be a challenging but entertaining precision rifle match for the competitors. Stay tuned for our coverage of day two and the awards ceremony and find out who ranked in the top 3 for the 2017 BUTCH'S NMLRS.